Hey everybody, it's Ashton again, even though you can't see my head. This is another haul video. I got a few things in, so I figured I'd shoot just a really quick one where I run through these. Some of them I'm sure I'll do reviews on in the future and go a little more in depth. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Salvatore Ferragamo Tuscan Soul. This one is clean, fresh. It's got bergamot, petitgrain, orange blossom. So you definitely can tell that this is going to be a spring and predominantly summer fragrance. And with notes like that, I'm sure it doesn't last all that long, but I haven't really tried it out yet. So we've got Calvin Klein Crave. So this one is, it's got bergamot, basil, it has a fictitious starfish note. And it's got kind of a similarity to Tom Ford's Costa Azura. The sprayer on this is not that great. It kind of sucks, to be honest. But this is discontinued now and it's getting kind of hard to find. So when I saw this for a decent price, I had to go ahead and scoop it up. And yeah, look at that. The bottle also doesn't stand very well, so you can just lay down. Also have Monsieur de Givenchy. So this one is old school. To me, it's really old school. It's kind of got like a Chanel Pour Monsieur vibe going on. There's lemon verbena, oak moss in there. So this is like an old school gentleman scent. It smells nice though. Have also picked up Fahrenheit Parfum. So this is really sweet to me. It's like a sweetened up Fahrenheit. There's vanilla, rum, violet in there. Very wearable, very nice. Honestly, I prefer this one to the original Fahrenheit at this point. Also picked up Riverside Drive by Bond Number 9. This has basil, pineapple, even some oak moss in there. It's crisp, it's masculine. You could almost wear this any season, but it trends towards spring and summer. A nice scent. Bond scents really seem to be hit or miss. They're either pretty good or pretty terrible. In my opinion, this one is on the good end. Also picked up Kenzo Power. This is a men's scent, but it really kind of lends or leans more unisex. There are a lot of flowers in there, also some coriander and cardamom, but overall it develops into a more floral scent. It is nice and it is unique though. I also picked up Byredo Gypsy Water. So this one really does not have great performance. It's got low sillage, but it's a really nice scent. There's vanilla, sandalwood, juniper, pine in there. And it also has this weird kind of feel to it. It's hard for me to explain really. It reminds me of something else, but off the top of my head, I'm not remembering what it is. Maybe I'll go into more depth on that one at a later time. Picked up Maison Francis Kurkdjian Aqua Vitae. It's a lot of citrus in this. There are some woods, but they don't really hold up that much. It's mainly about the citrus. Also, performance on the lower end for this guy as well. You can go through a 70 ml bottle pretty quickly if you wear that one on the regular. But it is a nice fragrance overall, like most Francis Kurkdjian fragrances. There's a little cheapie. Hugo, boss. Hugo. Yeah, so this guy has apple, mint, lavender. It's kind of an old school fragrance at this point because it came out in '95, so it's over 20 years old. Back in the 90s though, this one was a banger. Everybody liked it. So I figured I'd go ahead and scoop it up since I don't have it or didn't have it. But yeah, it's pleasant enough. It's Hugo Boss. Most of their fragrances are so-so. And this one is not as good as Boss Bottle, but it's not horrific. Picked up Imaginary Authors, Memoirs of a Trespasser. And I'm sure that I'll go into more detail on this one later because this one is fantastic. It's got vanilla, gaiac wood, myrrh, bergamot. It's really deep, really nice. It projects well. It's thick, sweet, perfect for fall and winter. really, really, really nice fragrance. Honestly, I'm a huge Imaginary Authors fan, so I'm kind of a fanboy there. Got Tobacco 1812 by West Third brand. It's kind of a cool indie house. All of their labels look the same. They use the same kind of generic atomizer, but they have this kind of throwback feel on the label and with their fragrances themselves as well. This one is a very syrupy, sweet kind of tobacco. I also have Marche de Tabac from them. Unsure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this one is much superior to that one. Have Geir Ness from Geir. This is a really nice men's floral. It does not smell the same as Kenzo Power, even though they're both men's floral scents. Overall, this one is the superior scent in my opinion. It is a compliment getter. It's a really nice fragrance, very unique. I picked up a vintage bottle of Rive Gauche. This is almost the king of men's barbershop fragrances. I picked it up actually off FragranceNet, just their normal website. I logged in and they had a 75 ml bottle for something like $24. So I jumped at it and bought it, and amazingly they shipped it to me, because on occasion you'll place an order and they will cancel it and say it's out of stock, but I lucked out and got it. I also have acquired Lone Star Memories from Andy Tower. This is a really, really nice fragrance. Smoky leather, a little bit of sweetness in there, but yeah, it's mainly a smoked leather fragrance, and I'll go into more detail on this one later, because this one is very, very nice. I know that L'air du Désert Moroccan is the most popular of the Tower line, but Lone Star Memories, also fantastic in my opinion. And last but not least, Irish Leather from the House of Memo. So Memo fragrances really are quite expensive. I believe they retail for around $250 or $275 for a 75 ml, so very expensive fragrances. This one smells mainly like peat, almost like green earth after a rain or something like that, like trampled green earth. Leather does come in as the fragrance progresses, but it really has a heavy peaty smell, especially off the top. Good longevity, good sillage. I love the design of the bottles. Each one is very unique. It's an interesting art style that you really only get from these Memo bottles. So I'm really glad to have it. Somebody was actually selling it on the fragrance groups on Facebook, and I had a sample from Lucky Scent that I enjoyed, so I had to go ahead and pick it up. So yeah, these are my most recent acquisitions. Some really great ones in here, some that I haven't really tried out in depth yet, and I'll get around to that, and the ones that I feel like should be brought to your attention either negatively or positively, I'll go ahead and make a more in-depth review on those in the future. But yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks.